This third Sunday of Lent, we continue celebrating the healings that Christ has given us in our lives. One of the most frightening things, I think, about coronavirus is not just the immediate effects, but when people talk about long-term effects, what you could suffer for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, the rest of your life. And in today's gospel, we see a woman who suffered for 12 years without any remedy. And she probably went and asked every doctor for help, and no one could help her. In fact, in our tradition, we have the idea that she spent all her money trying to look for any doctor who would heal her, and no one was able to help her. And yet, when she encountered Christ, she reached out to touch him because she knew where everyone else failed, all she needed to do was have a single encounter with Christ. And so she touched Christ and she was healed immediately. And Christ even tells her that her faith is what saved her. Throughout Lent, we celebrate these various healings every Sunday when Christ healed someone who is sick during his lifetime here on earth. Now, we do celebrate the goodness of the Lord, which he shows us through these healings. But more so, we have a lesson in each of these healings beyond simply that the Lord is good. And in our tradition, in our Syriac tradition, we have a term for the Eucharist because Jesus is the good physician who heals us from the wounds of our sin. We call the Eucharist his body and blood, which he has given us for our forgiveness of sins and eternal life. We call it the medicine of life. And just as the hemorrhaging woman, the woman who bled for 12 years and had no remedy in earthly doctors, found her cure in Jesus Christ with her faith, we too must follow her example. And when encountering Christ, we should have the same faith to put aside all things and trust that when we encounter this medicine of life, Christ will heal us in a way that no earthly power can. That's worth waiting 12 years. And that's worth putting our hope in. For the Lord sees us in our need, and all we must do is go to him in faith, and we will be healed.